Can you believe it's been over 2 years since the official disbanding of 21? Me neither. To be honest, we all knew it was coming, but still, the release of Goodbye was just heartbreaking, and how the most popular K-pop girls band went from winning all the awards to splitting and slowly fading away? It's Jason, and I'm gonna tell you what happened to the girls from 21. To be honest, 21 was the band with which my love for K-pop started. I'm sure there are some of you who can relate, so it's not a secret that their disbanding made a huge hole in the industry as they just cannot be replaced. Everything good ends sooner or later, but this case has probably been one of the saddest considering how much this girls band's music influenced fans all over the world. In 2009, YG Entertainment apparently thought that the girl version of Big Bang would be on the same level of success, and they weren't wrong. Back then, 1 million views that the first 21 music video got in one day was wow! Yeah, those 4 girls were performing a bit different kind of music, at least different from the other K-pop bands. But you know that different doesn't mean bad. Look at all the awards they started winning. All the 4 members were young, beautiful, and at the peak of their success. I mean, except for the time when the girls were called ugly by a YG representative. Now hold on. Only Korean opinions with their ridiculously high beauty standards were what created that image. They should better catch up on some English, since fans outside Korea only wish they were as pretty as the 21 members. Even though the girls were all focused on sharing their whole talent, I think public opinion might have affected them. In the period between 2011 and 2014, they were just climbing higher and higher, collaborating with will.i.am, having world tours, and releasing best-selling albums. There's no point in mentioning the top hit single I Am the Best, which became an international hit and was widely used even in commercials. But you know how they say the higher you get, the farther the fall? In 2014, the group faced difficulties thanks to the bomb scandal. She was accused of being an addict. So I suppose every third student in the States is an addict due to using Adderall? Hello Korea, we are not junkies. If you don't want to admit attention deficit disorder is a real thing, it doesn't mean using this medication should be a crime. Even though all the medical reports confirmed she was using it for her condition, a lot of dirt was poured on her calling her an addict. Giving up to the social opinion, Park Bom disappeared and the rest of the members chose their own paths. Dancing for Minzy, acting for Dara, and solo singing for CL. I guess it was okay, CL was more or less fine, but I didn't particularly care for how fast she sold K-pop for American-style songs. Since then, there was no word from the band until the Mama 2015 audience had their mind blown by a sudden reunion of all 4 members of 21. Then you all know what happened, their official disband and the release of probably the saddest song of K-pop, Goodbye, in 2017. And even though Minzy was actually left out and even expressed her disappointment with it, CL rushed to explain that the lyrics were actually a part of a farewell letter which she wrote to Minzy. Isn't that a sweet gesture? Since then, the next time we saw them together was at a small but heartwarming 10-year anniversary party the girls streamed in May of this year. Aw, look at this cake, and their cute outfits. I miss their voices and their songs so much, don't you? I'm so glad they at least released Goodbye before leaving the stage, to give us a bit of closure, as the whole way of how the group hit bottom was not the most pleasant, neither for them nor the fans. So many discussions are still going on about whose fault it is. I mean, YG kinda blamed Bomb for it, but it's totally not fair. The label has absolutely no clue how to deal with controversies like that. Though I can't say it's totally their fault, those guys could have done a better job, at least keeping Bomb's issue in private. I don't know everything, so it's hard to judge, but probably the disbanding was the result of all the mentioned above, and maybe they'd split one day anyway. The girls do still have that special connection. They went through a lot together and are ready to support each other on dark days, and even though there's little chance we'll see them reuniting, we can learn something from them. Now I'd like to see what you have to say about it. Do you think it's Park Bom's fault that 21 disbanded, or was it the poor managing skills of the YG label? Do you believe they'll reunite one day? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to become part of our cool Curiosips community. See you soon.